Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of a program where we call Colres right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Today and another day, and we take a look at the different pages them of the newspaper, and then we as well bring people them where they can for analyze the different issues them inside the program this morning. Well, the first paper where we start with this morning now the Awoko newspaper. The Awoko newspaper. Now we first begin with this morning. Awoko newspaper. Very sorry. Our core newspaper get this, we say supporters of the APC in Potloko City welcome Samura Kamara. And you get McKinney, EcoBank Sierra Leone Limited opens new bank structure, and defense closes its case on ex-mayor alleged disorderly behavior case. Elba Sierra Leone hosts breakfast with women in business. This and other story there for you inside the Awoko newspaper this morning. The next one now daybreak as Kamakwe Road jets in. Panic grips Bow and Kennyman. Victoria Cole sponsors red pump cleaning exercise. You get Mines Minister Lance, President Bio government in London court, and Leon Rock Metal illegally signed MOU with CTC Mining. This another story for you inside the Daybreak's paper. The next one, now the Concord Times, we say 82 days to presidential elections. 5 reasons why SLPP will win the elections. 5 reasons why SLPP will lose to APC. This another story for you inside this edition of the Concord Times. The next one, na prime time, we say banning political rallies will not give SLPP victory. Amnesty International warns against distortion of the August 10 report. Guma urged payment of water rates. Ask the US consular officer. And you as well get MMTU student invest a 4-wheel electric minibus. This is another story for you inside this edition of Prime Time. The next one, now the New Age, we say financial secretary turns sanitary pad distributor as he meddles in politics. And desperate father writes Speaker of Parliament on child abduction by an SLPP MP. And the APC chairladies in the east of Freetown receive iftar from Ambassador Omre Goli. This is another story for inside the New Age. Next one, the Independent Observer newspaper. The Independent Observer newspaper gave this story. We say armed police blockade Samura's convoy. Police react. Legal aid board to take anti-election violence campaign to schools. And this another story for you inside this edition. Honorable Emerson Lamina and partners distribute to needy pupils in Kono. In Koidu. We go to the next page when the Salon Compass. We say under pauper hell, Sierra Leone clocks 5 years today. APC condemns assassination attempt on Samura Kamara. And WHH, University of Sierra Leone and ETU strengthen waste management. This is another story there for you inside this edition of Salon Compass. The next one, the Standard Times, we say Standard Times writes President Julius Madabio. And the land disputes, 2 charged for murder. This is another story for you inside the Standard Times. The Gleaner and the next paper, we say Petroleum Directorate, Geo Partners Limited signed new acquisition agreement. Ask the consular office. This is another story for you inside the Gleaner. And the next paper, now the Indigenes, we say First Bank Sierra Leone unveiled. And citizens should vote responsibly, free of violence, says journalist Emo Hamad. This is another story for you inside this edition of the Indigenes newspaper. Well, now all the paper in this way we actually get for you inside the program this morning, where we actually can look at them different issues there. So in the meantime, let us take a break and get the guest them inside the program for come and discuss. We'll come back just now.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the Wahala now we had, let's just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So, now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So, not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look.
Please, we come just now, we get challenged with the internet, the connection. But once we fix that day, we come back just now with the guest them. Please, just give it some few seconds, please.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today.
Welcome back, and sorry for that long break we actually get. We made a try for get the guest them, but we don't able for secure one. The other one will join we pretty soon. And we go now for talk to one of the guests, but today we go get them now WhatsApp because it's challenging for lay come on the Zoom, because of one or two other reason. But we go come talk to him. This person this way in name not to stranger when it comes to saloon politics. Now senior person this way, it gets a lot of experience in terms of how governance system they operate, how politics they go on inside the country. And before this term, they don't work with the government, this particular government, now the strategic communication unit. Been done as well they with the Unity newspaper, where now the SLPP official newspaper of mouthpiece down there. And but right now it is also on a different capacity because he actually want for contest. He wants the symbol for member of parliament now the Kailaun district for make it offending way inside parliament. This time around they offer go on a very different level. In name now BW Bokari. BW Bokari in terms of them election time them where we can reach like them like this. Now people them this way been done they very outright way been done they speak loudly for the SLPP party. 2007, 2012, 2018 before then things there so and it be as well long position himself in a very strategic position. But now it speak under in own capacity as BW Bokari. And as somebody we actually want to go for symbol, under the Sierra Leone People's Party. So, Mr. Bokari, this now we had. Welcome to the very first edition of your program, we na Colres.
Thank you very much, my brother, for giving me this opportunity. And listeners, although you cannot view me because we get some constraints, thank you very much for having me. And I wish we will get a very wonderful session.
Okay. The program is named na Colres. And we all know it in a Colres. Traditionally, we can ask the people and the guests that will get here for the first time. First, when na the last time where you eat Colres?
I just come on eat Colres. I did upline. I just come on eat Colres. I came to sit down, say we quiet a bit so that I'll be able to talk on this particular program. Colres I come on eat.
So, who's plasas or who's soup where you like more for eat Colres?
Well, like cassava leaf. Say upline your cassava leaf. That one day, whether you want man, you know one man. Na morning. You eat and you go to school. You eat and you go to farm.
That's very wonderful. So this morning you can't give me the cassava leaf we able for Tisam because I'm not saying the cassava leaf today. We go one and find one and get another kind of unique taste we go able for see what's best we able to get inside the program. All right, one more time, thank you for when you joining inside the program. When you start with the paper, then like you say, and like anything when you discuss inside this program here, so now basically your own view as B.W. Bokari, ain't it?
Yes. I don't represent government. I don't represent a party. This is my own view, which I look at the Sierra Leonean, and because I know I get the democratic right for respond, for react to issues and with our national issues we concern this country.
Okay, so we actually try for get second person inside the program. We still try for get them, but let's start with you. We see the different paper them don't come out today, and let's start with courts. We see the Awoko newspaper get this says it says defense closes its case on ex-mayor alleged disorderly behavior case. You may follow this case and see.
The line became broken, but tell it again. Yes, once more, I don't get them clear.
All right. I say you will follow the case. The defense closes its case on ex-mayor alleged disorderly behavior. You follow the case of Akisoya in the court, right?
Yes, partly I've been following that case, but it came to the time where I don't come up country now. Say that Nadia D. So I don't even know which could be the latest. That's why you don't tell me which could happen with that particular case day.
Okay, so as B.W. Bokari, what do you make up of this case first of all, from the inception, how it starts?
Well, this now, as far as we know, this now the beauty of with democracy, and that where any issue come, we controversial, we are around a personality, but I think it's the first way for Nafoguna the first, the only side and the way we go get to redress. So I don't know what's the latest, the latest conclusion on that matter. But me fix that was a democratic process, and I saw it will be under any democracy, be it young or old, you get an opportunity for go defend yourself. This is the time when the whole person, because allegation no more, they go send you, go to cell, or they go find you, guilty way, answer to one or two questions, So we feel saying that they will have
Okay. We actually don't get a second guest. We don't join with inside the program. This one self a journalist. We don't they write different story there. We editor George Temple. So editor don't join inside the program. Welcome to the show, editor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Somebody for having me. It's a pleasure.
I don't know who has been I get feedback from I don't know Slam Pie where we actually feedback. You gotta listen.
Exactly. Me said they get your feedback. I get your feedback when you talk. I don't know, maybe you go call back and I don't know, you connect again.
Okay, I think it's clear now. What thing I go to do, I go to mute now as one person they talk. Mr. Bokari, anytime when you want to make a point, you go watch your phone for unmute time, okay?
Beg your pardon?
I say anytime where I want you to make a point, you go unmute your phone because I want to let the line clear, so I go to mute you now one by one, yeah?
Alright, okay. But when you meet me, you go tell me which are the other person in your summary so that I will go get me with your position.
You didn't have the line with you, so you said go here.
Alright, okay.
Yes.
No problem. Alright.
Yeah. Alright, so for now I will get Mr. Bokari, mute. And then yes, okay. Editayo, Mr. Bokari then at the line in the EU and everybody the EU. We'll be just to talk on the issue of the mayor. You be not to follow the case of the mayor where the alleged disorderly behavior, right?
Yes, you're right, yeah.
Okay, so what do you make up of that? Because they say the defense to actually don't make them close in submission.
Mr. Moderator, I don't need for belabor myself on that particular issue there with the mayor and the state. It is just a clear act of witch hunt and some of the bad administrative pattern of this SLPP-led administration. It's a pity that BW Bokari they try for say the SLPP-led governments they give people them fair hearing and also they give them the opportunity for defend themselves. For even attempt for charge the mayor to court, right? Because of another person saying a councillor, then be declared unwanted, and this mayor want for go na the UN for go attend the conference alongside this councillor. So because of that, because he attempt to take the person out of the country, according to them, they see a crime that, and after when instead of going to the police station, they try for ask why, then for arrest this person here, the statement we make, then coin them for obstruction of justice and all of this. This is why I'm saying that this government is just too good for nothing. Really,
okay,
because
so what you classify as disorderly behavior? Because if police don't arrest somebody and then you continuously they try for interrogate the police them, yes, somebody and the police then can classify that as disorderly behavior.
Well, just like I was saying, in the US, yeah, we can refer to them particular thing than they as an act of freedom of speech,
okay,
yeah.
so now
Because now
the
the mayor be the go.
in Sierra Leone,
Now the
we
mayor
get, for
be the go
example,
with
the
this.
Public Order Act. We're very much draconian. We're very much stiff inside the country and other things. Then, so it's different from that of the US.
Definitely, but it is ridiculous for make the SLPP-led government the campaign and tread on the premise of equal rights and justice, and also ridiculous for the SLPP-led administration under retired Brigadier General Smada Bio say he don't repeal Part 5 of the 1965 Public Order Act and what have you, and they use this same Public Order Act here for intimidate other, be it political opponents or journalists or opinion leaders as the case may be. This is just too disgraceful, yeah? So, just like I was saying, come on, the way how these governments they behave, then they behave like a team of corporate gangsters here, then they fail for focus on principles, then they operate on tactics. Come on, you say you don't repeal the Public Order Act, you don't amend them for make it become internationally friendly and also give citizens their rights. Then somebody will be they go with somebody gets issues. So the therefore say the mayor not before seek the interest of that person the way they all be they go, because the mayor just play a role as head of the institution where this money also belong to. Mayor not go see somebody when a carpenter or mason he gets issue with the state, they go put him out inside it. This now a councillor whether under the mayor in supervision. So just like I was saying, for let the SLPP and now BW Bokari they try for present a picture as if they are doing the right thing, giving fair hearing to others is absurd to say the least, yeah.
So
because
that only at that point and bring Bokari and BW inside. I mute you and editor, and then at the BW please now for unmute. Watch the mic and unmute. Just press the mic again on your phone. BW? Okay, watch your phone. The three signs them. You get a speaker, the mic, and then the end call. Watch the mic, the middle, and then unmute them. Wow. Okay, we find it difficult for I don't know if it is we or
maybe because at this a mic still mute.
Yes, it's still mute. Mr. Bokari, if you watch the phone, you will see the mic and just press them again on mute. I'm not sure me going for unmute them now, yeah. And I don't mute them, but
exactly because we should try for doing but unable for doing for him. But I think we can keep going until they get yourself settled down here.
Hopefully we get the fair, chance for waiting. I don't know if it's Yeriwi or not. If that be the case, waiting I go on for we do. For we all day on a safer side. let I just redial again so everybody will come inside. Then I will explain the exact waiting for happen. Let's just take a break quickly.
Okay.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Alright, welcome back. Mr. Bakari with you again, and it get some challenge with in system. But Mr. Bakari, and you be anyway editor you're making submission. You still stand on the point that this government actually they give fair judgment or trial or hearing or opportunity to everybody?
Sure, but I'll just make one thing very clear when brother mentioned.
Okay.
Me don't publicly declare say, even though me not I don't represent the government now, but me not a member of the Sierra Leone People's Party.
Okay.
I don't make it clear.
Yes.
But I don't know the angle way my brother Eitayo in it take for refer to this government in that adjective way to describe the government. But however, that's the beauty of our democracy. In fact, one of the freedoms that we don't express now, we are the talk about now, so now you don't make use of. You don't use 1 or 2 times them against it. Talking about the repeal of the Public Order Act 1965 Part 5. We make and get the freedom for even talk what he talks to. So it's a hit on his shoulder. You know, it describe the government say blah blah blah. Me no one for going into that. But however, let's come down to what happened. Now, we believe say, me particularly believe say, the process where the mayor go through, now the due process that one be. Because this government not to instruct the police and responsibility. The police get a responsibility. It's an institution on its own, and they get a role within the play. Now then they describe say this now unlawful behavior or this now riotous behavior, not to government of the day they go tell and say, go arrest that person and all the rest. In their system, in their no common sense, in their own right, they no say what the they do is not correct. I think they get right for institute the procedure for institute for make sure say the correct thing is done. Then also this issue of the man where may be for cargo. We are all in Freetown where August 10 reach. The role where that guy they be play. It was on video. It was on social media. They see him all over. He plays some dangerous role then. Where police say, no, this kind of person here, enough for the trouble out. He has 1 or 2 questions to answer.
Mr. Butler, you see the video of that guy there?
Of course, yes, Mister.
No, because
I'm telling you, Mister. If I'll tell you, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something.
Let's just make like
this is the guy.
The video where you will all see now the video before the August 10, and I mean the issue of the mayor and the state, something like that, not for the August 10.
Yeah, we don't say not for the August 10, but this move, when this lady be the move, when the mayor be the move, I think say I tell for go with somebody will be don't be part of, a suspect. The one that went and declare say they were wanted. He was allegedly part of a situation where been lead to a chaotic something where lives they lost, you know. So if they see the mayor, they go with this point, I think they can tell the police why if a go they can post here, we get for answer few questions to the police.
Okay. So
I think that is why police actually intervene, and the behavior of the mayor now to the police also, you know, the mayor going for use his status as for using your power for do something. Let's describe and say that disorderly behavior, not only the government describe the mayor behavior as disorderly behavior. It's like the government of the
okay. So let's just come with brief and something for you. You be listening to the Minister of Local Government. Of course, instead of describe the mayor that kind of way, and in fact, instead they for set up investigation against the mayor. So it partly okay for let them say the government as well, right? Because the minister are part of the government.
Yeah, the government, let me tell you, the government has institutions, the government also have ministries. Yes, we did, that was part of the government, but the government own instruction not to forgo all the person, just go tell and say you are wrong.
Yeah.
The government intentional for let the person go through the process, even when it's a government institution that has accused her, but let her go through the process, the due process of the law.
Okay.
It was not an intimidation, it was not any other form of which they call man editorial they describe.
Okay.
You know, I don't know whether editorial is an APC journalist or he himself is an APC. Because all the allegation now is pinpointed on this government for say, come on, this government is this government, we don't talk, say we don't allow lawlessness. And if you get in high position of that nature, if you go astray, you go away from the procedures, I think the government or the police, which is an institution of the government, has a right to put you on track. And I think that was exactly what the police did.
Okay, something that when you talk just now, I know go want for the editor go into that because I know want that back and forth. But I will ask you based on what you say. You say based on the kind way where the editor will talk about the government. You don't know if an APC person himself or an APC journalist. Now, only APC journalist or APC person for criticize the government?
No. We see at the time for established now. Whichever position you find yourself, be a journalist, a non-journalist, as long as you are a union, you have the freedom to express your opinion.
Correct.
Even though not all opinions are correct, but you got your right to express your opinion. But Sierra Leone politics today, the moment somebody begins to talk, we know the direction he's coming from.
Okay.
Anytime knows me, and I know him. We don't want to go into that background. Anytime knows me, and I know him. I don't want us to go into that background.
Right.
We
So
have met in a very
and I know I'll go into any personal. I will stick to the issue only.
All right.
All right. So
okay.
Thank you. I'll mute you and come editor on mute, please.
Okay.
Yes. Quickly before we left this issue, waiting go be your response. Let me not go personal. I'll just stick to the issue.
Definitely, my response is clear. And in the area of Usha, you end your submission, so I know we'll get for Godi because what I will just say about that is this for continuing for expose the SLPP-led administration and BW Bokari further here. Whenever somebody want for talk on issues of national development now, the SLPP and the handlers get for coin you or push you in one corner
Okay, so in
in
this
a bid
case,
for
like for example, you know,
trivialize the
say
issue.
anyhow you turn them, BW Bokari na SLPP and na SLPP to the core. Yeah, so it ask now,
Yeah.
you na APC journalist or you na APC?
Mr. Moderator, I am a citizen of Salone.
Okay.
So please, even just like I was saying, I'm not for going to that part there. I'm only one for the God in Nexus and make the world know exactly what's in the happen at Salone presently.
Go ahead.
I'm a citizen of Sierra Leone, period. So me, freedom and rights to association and assembly for now, it don't matter. And as a citizen of Salone, like how we self say, I get right for talk about what's in the happen. But now when you they talk, then get for put you in one corner in a bid for trivialize the issue and distort the facts. But as a trained and qualified journalist and activist, I go refrain from going on that part. But just make the world know saying now when you want for talk, then get for label you for ensure say then trivialize the issue or distort the facts. Now let's come to the fact on this matter here. I'm happy you correct BW Bokari for say the statement whether man them be make not be get anything for do with August 10, but not be the intra administrative matters of the Future City Council. It be the discussion a meeting where he say they not go tolerate nonsense, then go ensure say they stand by the mayor for make able for doing work when that he do. So waiting that they constitute for be a crime, right? Look at BW they misinform the world now for say that man they take part in August 10. Oh my days, it's absurd, right? Just like how BW say, we know we say, but the fact remains, now like how we know we serve as mature citizens that we don't pass 40 years, I'm sure. Now we try for be truth to be conscience. Then in the area of this issue of the mayor, yeah, just like how I say, why is it that in Sierra Leone now only members of the oppositions here they get issue with the state? Why not members of the ruling government in the likes of Madam Femi Claudius Cole, yeah, the likes of Diana Konomani, the likes of Dr. Dennis Bright, among others, Mohamed Bangura, to name but a few. Why is it that from when SRPP come in office on the 4th of April 2018, that's not the day we talk so make it 5 years.
What about if not them people here they try to undermine or not they give the government the chance for do their work freely?
No, just like I was saying just now, in the US, waiting the happen so the US government or the people of the United States refer to them as freedom of opinion, freedom of speech, freedom of association and assembly. But in Sierra Leone now, for even talk, for call for a better terms and condition has been referred to an act of incitement. I draw you to the issue of the Sierra Tel staff them. We don't cry for almost years.
Okay, we don't get hold up with Editayo. They come with BW inside whilst we wait for Editayo. BW, please unmute.
Hello.
Yes.
And terminal benefits that we are locked up here. So come on.
All right.
Hello.
Yes. Editayo, let me listen quickly. You get a hold up. But on the last part before we move to this issue, away from this issue, BW, waiting to be your last submission to this on this issue before we move up.
Yes, hello, you get me?
Clear, yes.
Fine. Now, I don't know the issue where my brother don't bring up. This issue of the local government where I don't bring in. I honestly thought that it was the issue concerning the mayor one time where he go with somebody abroad when he possibly connected with the August 10th within God.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. But that understanding, because not to lie to the world, waiting me understand from the discussion, that was why I brought in that example. Yeah. But coming back to the local government, the local government minister, instruction wiki that something must happen. I think that the same thing we talk about. You know, just say when I go hold the mayor, arrest her, go put her, no, let her go through the process. And the process where you go through now the issue that the women they talk about. Not necessarily, exactly. You understand it? And the issue of me, I always comfortable with my brother, even in opposition days. I was one of the most comfortable journalists in this country. You know why? Because wherever I went, I did not pretend. I always presented myself as BW Bokari, editor of the Unity newspaper, the mouthpiece of the Sierra Leone People's Party. So there was nobody who could say anything. And whilst we were in the office there, I'm not going to name anybody. We saw journalists who went to the office pretending to be independent, but they were not independent or neutral. So don't forget about that side of that. That's a long politics, we understand. However, correct and let una presentation. If as far as me know go ever describe una for me SNDP or APC, because the questions you're asking are issues that should be delved into. You understand? What you would say now the fact that when something happens in this country, if you're really saying about B.W. Bokari, we don't pass that 10 in the way then the whole process as a what you quick, they don't send you now Bakayaka go today. This time around you have to go through the rule of law, the procedure. Now with empathy, now we make this country under this particular system. This not a system where the grab no more is saying you go. And then finally, for this particular one, I don't want to go over the list of names of the APC where they be the arrest. I mean, the way the APC government be the arrest, can they go to Panema Road? Can they go to CID? I don't want to go over that again, my brother. It happened on the APC continuously. So even now, they don't forget about that. But then it happened. Exactly. But when they talk, say, he appear like saying only this situation with this government now any meaning they arrest ordinary opposition people. No, that's not correct. When you go against the law, they will arrest you and take you there.
Okay.
So, with all due respect to the chairman now, the current chairman, who will not be saying that all they can go CID.
That's another discussion, because that was a very big discussion where a lot of people will get interested and I know I will start on that because it's not going to end.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, so let me move to another paper quickly. We will go to the compass, Salon Compass. Say, today you not send 5 years. I want to say congratulations to you. It's been 5 years.
Thank you.
But this paper say under counter hell, Sierra Leone clocked 5 years today. What do you make up of this?
Yeah, thank you very much. Once a journalist, always a journalist. We have headlines and what we call speculative headlines, sensational headlines, opinion headlines. It depends on what you mean by hell. But there are other people existing under this administration. If you ask them, they will tell you they are living in heaven.
Okay.
So that one they not talking when they make me move with them. Let it bring out the
okay, we get the line the break. Just hold on quickly. The line the break. Hold on quickly. Hold on. The line the break. Oh.
Should continue the second time.
BW,
we are glad that we have 5 years today.
The line be the break.
All right. So what I go do? Let I go over that again?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Go over again.
Hello?
Yes, I'll tell you go over your statement again. The line be the break. All right. We actually get issue with the line of BW Boka. You get me, BW?
Yeah, you get me now. What you get me?
Yes, it's clear. Go ahead. I say make your statement again. In the line be the break.
I say it depends on the side or the source of the story, because we get sensational headlines, we get opinion headlines, and we get speculative headlines. You understand? So this particular one, it depends on what the man mean by hell. And what we mean by when we say hell, we all know what the notion of that thing. What it creates, what it mean when you say hell. Hell it means a lot, but equally so we believe say that opinion is not correct, because people in the under this system during this 5 year, we don't enjoy so much, and they go describe the 5-year administration as paradise.
So, but wait, it's supposed to be people, it's supposed to be every Sierra Leonean.
Yes.
It will be one set of people of every Sierra Leonean for enjoy.
Well, it's not gonna be one set of people. But I just want to tell the opinion that headline say. There is nothing like hell in Sierra Leone today. Okay. If he is saying hell, there are others who are saying heaven.
Okay, okay, you
Because
right.
of the
Because
government,
all
you
things
know.
are not be the same. All man not they enjoy the same way. Also for
Exactly,
instance. Okay,
exactly.
Ola Holiday.
That's why I said we are living in democracy. Outside opinions are allowed to be expressed. Nobody's going to be arrested for that opinion day. It will never happen under this administration. But what I'm saying, that in 5 years, there are people who have, in fact, majority of people have gained so much from this administration. We know there are difficulties
How you put that
along the
into
lines.
percentage? How you put that into percentage?
Percentage of what?
Of the
As to
people
whether
that
the one that we
people
say,
that we don't live now even inside Sierra Leone.
people that we don't, yeah, as against the hell we don't talk about,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just want to watch. Yeah, as against the hell we don't put that.
Yeah.
Right. So the percentage when we go key as an individual, as a Sierra Leonean, with all the difficulties in this country along where the train shop, you know, the other difficulties we don't go through, but we still stand as Sierra Leoneans. The percentage where I go key now 85%, and that 85% there we get for say it will reflect that the result we get for camp.
Yeah, because if you say 85%, now no runoff. If not 85%, then the government need for relax and say, okay, I've done 85%, and the people 85% of the
Well, we never complacency. You know, one thing with me, complacency never did in this party or this government.
Okay.
No complacency. In fact, between now and the election time, you see us moving all over the place. We are talking about development still to go on. So by the time the election even come, I am sure we could have clocked 90%.
Okay.
Because we cannot say 100%. We know the difficulties are there, and we know there are projects we have not completed. This government will complete and get for continue. And we get for continue. But with that percentage, now in the move we in the second time. So as we go into the second time, within the first 2-3 years, we will reach 100% plus.
Okay. So La Bancam and Editor inside. I will meet you at this point. Editor on mute, please. Editor, this now waiting the headline say. It say under pauper hell, Sierra Leone clocks 5 years today. What do you make up of this?
The editor of that particular newspaper is 100% right.
Why?
Me go coin them for say SLPP promised heaven and delivered hell.
Why?
It is clear because our act SLPP James Madabio in 2018 tell the people of Sierra Leone that yes, the people of Sierra Leone are tired of buying a bag of rice at 200,000 leones from Kailaun to Pujeun to Freetown. The people are suffering. Yes, let's underscore the basic livelihood.
But that's not been true. The people have been buying 200,000 will be very difficult at that time.
Exactly. And now we buy a bag of rice at 650,000. So is that not hell on earth?
But
Because
that's because of the Ukraine and Russia war, according to the government.
But we know they get we grains, no food stuff, including fuel and other condiments what they use from Ukraine or Russia. So let we not believe but we point and try for be dishonest to ourselves. So please let we not use the Russia-Ukraine issue because we know they get grains and what have you from Russia. Would they get maybe we rest them from be it Pakistan, China or India as the case may be, like how we get the Indian man there with this so within Russia and Ukraine issue get for do with Sierra Leone. It's a disgrace. And the level of dishonesty in executives and staff of this government now so much disgraceful and absurd to say the least. And also make a try for set the record straight. B.W. Bakari, my brother, say yes. He don't serve as the editor for the Unity newspaper and a member of the SLPP. For me, I'd never worked in the WEONE newspaper before, not to talk of WEONE radio station. So in that light, I know say people and know say I'm coming from my own independent journalism, being the proprietor of the Universal Times newspaper and former editor of the Global Sovereignty newspaper and Financial Times owned by Ezekiel Duramani Lako. So straight to the point again, we are living in hell on earth because if the SLPP in 2018 meets the cost of a liter of fuel at 6,500 and Francis Ben Kelfala, being the anti-corruption commissioner, was not happy with that in 2017-2018. That the cost of fuel come out from 3,500, don't go to 6,500. They were not happy about that. But now, from 6,500 in 2018, we are buying a liter of fuel, not a gallon, a liter at 22,000. So could you imagine? Is that proper administrative management or proper fiscal policy? We will bring me come to the issue of inflation and the rate of foreign currencies now. We don't so depreciate to an extent that the leones no matter again. Francis Ben Kelfala talked in 2018 that why are we buying a dollar at 4,000? At 7,000 leones here. Why are we buying a dollar at 7,000? Now we are buying a dollar of over 2,200. That is $2,200,400. So in that light, come on.
No, wait.
Why is it that
if you call them 7,000 in the old leons, then you need for call them 21,000 in the new in the old leons? At least
my brother, this issue of old leons and new leons again, now they don't use for confuse with the people of Salone and use that again. I want to make use of help for confuse me a big. Be it new leon, old leon, now the same value the money gets, now the same value the money gets, and we feel the pinch. So what am I trying to say? The level of dishonesty of this government, and this level of dishonesty where cross-section of the media, including that of Sludge, they cover up, now they make with it into this big time problem. So how Sludge they cover up? Could you imagine? First in the history of Salone, for now we get green carpet reception where Sludge prepare for the Minister of Information where we go attend the annual conference now.
No, but what in color get for do with the action of the organization or the association?
Very good. The color get for doing it that because we see say after the annual conference day, Sludge don't begin to receive subvention from the SLPP-led government. We make them don't be compromised and silenced over.
Because they've been supposed to get that subvention day.
Say again?
Now, good thing for Sludge for letting them get subvention because they've been supposed to get them.
No. It is not good because devoid of the fact that I am a Sierra Leonean journalist, but I get the opportunity for be trained by the British intelligence service. Why should they try for restore democracy in Salone? I was told that if you allow institutions apart from giving government for therefore give you money for what you do, you will be compromised. Why is it that the BBC is not being subvented by the British government, nor CNN by the American government? My brother, we need for go. So this naked truth of Sludge being compromised to an extent that we see journalists them where they work for public broadcasters.
For example, now out of people and tax and they pay them, then they give them subvention. Then they get
definitely.
Yeah, but now
definitely. So when it's again, now we is okay. We now we receive subvention from the taxpayers of Sierra Leone. We know say it
from the government to come out because now through the government that the tax get for go and come back.
No. Yes. They go through the consolidated fund, and mind you,
and now the government the consolidated fund.
No, sir. Now the Bank of England, now they control the consolidated fund.
The Bank of England and then government, no?
No. Well, listen, make a talk, sir. The appointment of the governor of the Bank of England, they come out from the Queen or the Prime Minister at a point in time. Now, through hereditary and organizational hierarchy. Just like how we get the Sierra Leone police way, they mess up so right now because the Inspector General will be appointed by the president. So the issue of delegated legislation and separation of power, where other countries that they enjoy, where we know they enjoy, and I make things they mess up so, right? So because of the bank governor will be appointed by the president. Obviously, what they do, it will be in the interest of the president. If not, they go sack and commodity. But in the Bank of England is not being appointed by the Queen nor the Prime Minister, yeah, but the board of the Bank of England. So because of that particular tenets they are so they maintain, that make things go like I go. So but the first thing, just like I was saying,
quickly 30 seconds, go ahead.
it is absurd. It is absurd and bad for let we get members of the media because they have been what should I say, given money, right, by the government or appointments, because we see the likes of Mohamed Massakoy of Concord Times is now a press attaché, and that of Marwa Aliyu, right, where they work for the SLBC, now is a press attaché, but then the
press attaché begin under the last government.
Definitely, but they maintain their stance, they maintain professionalism. So for them, Marwa Aliyu, where they receive salary from Consolidated Fund and support, and that of SLBC, they campaign publicly for the government of Madabiyo.
They work as press attaché.
Say again?
Mahawa Aliyu, they work now as press attaché, not as SLBC staff.
Definitely, but she's being paid through direct consolidated fund and taxpayers' money. When a saloon man money, they wouldn't take pay.
Right, so
so for that, you get for left
on that particular issue there, and I'm not sure you will get for agree with me. But right now, anyhow, Italic, the way how the government they right now, once you don't get political appointment, you get for dance to the tune. Well, I hold you there like out BW inside. BW, yeah, you
that is very unprofessional.
Yeah. Let me hear you waiting. Let me get your view on waiting. Editor, I don't say quickly before we move to 2 more issues.
You know, I love you. When I need to talk, I mean, the truth. I mean, let me go. You see, the issue about what we talk about the background, political background. But we're not going to get into that. You understand? Talking about red carpet and green carpet or whatnot. We be on the opposition. Everything was red carpet. The red carpet, we not believe in an APC because we meet them. So not to be an issue to we. Whether you pray green carpet, yellow one, during we take and say it's just natural. You understand? But like can't be just talk. Like can't be just talk. I mean, when we begin for talk, you see the line of action. Again, the brother, when I don't manage the program well, anytime I want to take we other side, you know, I read the allegations that we don't make against Sludge now. You know, I know we really want to talk too much about that because these are serious allegations against Sludge.
Right to your own opinion as well.
Oh, yeah, but we're not allowed to go because we don't get justification. We don't get for saying Sludge don't bow down to the current government. We respect the current government and the only government who don't recognize the 4th estate, not just as a title. We are talking about a media landscape being, improved as we talk to TV.
How they improve the media landscape?
For instance, repealing the Public Order Act, first of all.
And then they carry to gain the cyber law with journalists and seriously.
Yeah, one of them that one day. When they make journalists, then they spend weekend at CID.
Yeah, but what about the cyber law? The way you place that law?
The cyber law, would they still try for make sure say we come to a stage when the cyber law don't really effectively take off, because we are still hearing about training of personnel. For instance, we don't train the judges, the police. We don't want to come in a situation outside the cyber law. They go, Alex says somebody don't do this, you hold them back, you don't get justification, you don't prove it wrong, and all the rest. Because that mechanism not be done there before. What I'm saying is responsible journalism, responsible media. Now this government that they talk about, me say if they repeal the Public Order Act, that means you get a leeway there as a journalist for just talk with you want for talk. If you do that, people will call you, they still get for stop you and warn you, or maybe they ask you, say, no, this way don't do it, not correct. This is responsible journalism we are talking about. We're not talking about a journalist where you just say no more. This because of brand envelope is that you blackmail person, you do this and all the rest. But however, when you look at the papers coming out, even the one that we don't come out today, my brother, when I listen whether they go hold, I don't know if it's a new age or what, no, we don't right say Sierra Leone is on the head. Then kind of statement there in those days under the APC was a threat. also an example under them. Yes, because I was an editor. Not before even I became an editor of the Unity newspaper. I was editor of Herald Guardian newspaper, editor of the Youth Forum, editor of the Comment newspaper.
Then they arrest you?
Yes, I mean, I don't want us to go into that.
No. What's the headline where they arrest you for? Let's just get that clear. What's the headline where they arrest you for?
Headline where they arrest me for?
Yeah, the story where they arrest you for.
Yes, there was a time I published a story. Well, of course, they describe it as an opinion.
Waiting at the story.
You understand?
Give it
3 years of governance, no electricity, no water supply, no good roads, and all the rest. I still remember that.
Water supply been there, electricity been there, but just that it not be 100%.
Well, exactly. Like you just talk about, but for that,
yeah, for them to say no, it means that nothing not happen at all.
That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because of that, similar situation that happened like today. When they invite journalists, but this time around, they go even spend how many hours, go spend a weekend at CID. You will not go and spend weekend in CID.
You solve that.
Yeah.
When CID get a serial way of doing things, if they not say they arrest you, then they arrest you Friday, so you did it Monday.
Of course, that will be so under the EBK administration than this one.
Even now.
Well, if it is happening now, it could have been at a very, very, very minimal stage.
But the bottom line is happen. Yes or no?
It can. That is what's going to make you sleep there. And maybe you not go there on time, or you go there waiting the information they want to get from you, they never get time. So that's what happens, Or you know, be the tutorials under this administration. That's what I'm saying, my brothers.
Okay, so let we move away from that. We still around the 5 years.
The man who for defense say, although he say he not to APC, but all what he make is like it happened today, it not be happen yesterday. Talking about a green carpet, indicating SLPP. So on that basis, it alleged the slash don't turn over. Okay. What about what is slash against Gentoo? What is editor will tell me? What is slash
what you want to say? You still say slash do wrong for even pull a press release against Gentoo?
It's just an example.
No, wait,
you understand?
You say now this do so it wrong, don't make and clear before move.
Which is wrong? The one
way you wrong that slash pull press release against Gentoo.
You're not wrong. I want actually cry down or refute what he talk say. Right. Slash don't bow down to the.
Okay. So low move quickly.
Slash don't bow to press release against a key. Mirror aspirant.
Right. How can that be? Only day quickly, and then we move on. The program we watch right now, na Koreans on Riyadh, na YouTube and on Facebook. We get BW Bokari, where citizen SLPP member, and same way to one for go for symbol under the SLPP. We get Edith Tayo George Temple, when are the investigative journalist, where they we tweet inside the program today. So let me just go quickly to this other paper, where now the Concord Times. This na 5 years, so a lot of paper then they write different things them. This one say 82 days to presidential elections. 5 reasons why SLPP will win the elections. 5 reasons why SLPP will lose to APC. Let's just see if I can get small part of the story, so we will get an idea of what we're trying to talk about, if possible. Let's say, some might say that President Bio has done very little in addressing the economic hardship in the country. Some believe that the economic challenge are as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Ukrainian war. President Bio may not have done enough to liberate the country from economic shackles, but has, however, addressed some other areas. Now, let's highlight 5 reasons that might usher in President Bio as president for the second time. Sorry, not complete. I wish I could get the complete story. Let me be able to get idea. But this is not different from what we done the talk just now. So let's just make them very clear. BW, if you forgive 5 reasons why President Bio for win again the election, what you go say? Just quickly, 5 reasons.
5 reasons. One parable they say if you want to destroy a country, now for destroy education. 1,
Quick one.
Flagship program. In the flagship program, we are the free quality education. That one reason. Number 2 reason, infrastructural development. Right? All over the country. You say 5 minutes, eh? You say in very short time, eh?
Yeah,
Number 3.
5 reasons, not minutes. 5 reasons.
5. That's it. Electricity. All over the country. Chief of headquarter towns all over the country are now accessing electricity. 3. Also. Yeah. Number 4. Women's empowerment, gender equity and empowerment. All right. Yes. One of that we talk about sexual offences, courts, for dealing with any kind of cases, Then number 4 or 5 now.
5.
Yeah, number 5, eh?
Yeah.
Number 5. Yes, good governance. Good governance.
So I just want the 5 reasons. Just hold on. Anytime, these are the 5 reasons the way make President Bio for win the election according to BW Bokari. Not go on the other side so because I can't ask you why SLPP for loss. But on these 5 reasons, how you go analyze them 5 things there so?
Very good. If you before ask me similar question, I before just take a lead from BW Bokari in 5 reasons the way give.
Yeah, now that's what I say. On the 5 reasons where he just analyze them for we, then I go get for ask back why SLPP for lost the election. But first, just analyze in your 5 reasons.
You're right, yeah. The 5 reasons. 1, he talk about the issue of education.
Yeah.
He said don't come with free education. Just like how I say, BW Bokari and cross-section of officials of this SLPP-led administration are so dishonest to the core.
So
then talk about
why? How the education?
Exactly why. Then talk about free quality education. In 2018, I was at the Bintumani conference with President Bio during the AYV presidential debate. President Bio say he's in cognizance of the fact that Pekin and they drop out of school because of they not get bags, they not get uniform, they not get food, including tuition. Now, 5 years down the line, has he provided any bags or uniform or food for the Pekin them, even though it inside the SLPP manifesto? Is that not dishonesty to say the least?
Okay.
Secondly, he talked about the issue of he said agriculture, yeah?
No,
electricity,
electricity. No, not agriculture, electricity.
Electricity. We all know. For like say, like how I said, these people are so dishonest. President Bio at a particular point in time, they talk about in manifesto or waiting governments don't achieve in the well of parliament. If they talk say the country don't get sustainable electricity, within the process the lights just go. So just like how light be go inside the parliament, we expose them to the world saying a lie they lie. Now the same thing, people you talking so now, but you gonna free tongue now. Some parts they will not get light, and lights not a day, almost days. Oh my goodness, these guys are so dishonest. Yeah. Then he talk about infrastructural.
Yes.
He talk about infrastructural development. Where are the infrastructural developments? Yeah, and mind you, out of taxpayers' money and donor resources where they get, where they suppose for use judiciously, they don't eat all the money, then they through corruption. When they do 1 or 2 things, including the Mobang bridge where they go make we don't broke so now, including the water well na Bont district where they go make we na white elephant where don't broke now, yeah, and the hospital na 34, yeah. What am I trying to say? All of these hogwash projects and mismanage of resources, they not do nothing. Then the brag say infrastructural developments. Where are the infrastructure? These guys are dishonest too. And it's okay again. Women's empowerment, yeah. Could you imagine the sack then sack Auditor General, right? Laratelopias, where according to the Salon Constitution, they say if the president want to look into the office of the Auditor General, is supposed to set up a tribunal. When found guilty, it take action. But it was in the other way around. They sack the woman because I sack and they pull and commodity because they don't make the woman doing work. Is that not a breach of administrative protocols when an act of constitutional bastardization? BW Bokari is dishonest too. We get again this woman when they call Sata Lamin. Immediately when SRPP take over office in 2018, Sata Lamin was gang raped in Kailau, right? She went through a lot. Her wound was torn over. They don't care about that one there. Then look at the issue of Ivona Kisoya. From where Tondone, the former local government minister, embarrassed them, amongst many other things what women don't go through now. Now, then they intimidate and persecute the woman, then call them say equal rights to justice and opportunity. Number 5 is a good governance. Could you imagine? Good governance where? Good governance Usai Usman Bundu Sise of Babadori beat, strip Bokari Mansare naked. It go against the cyber crime act where then they say they don't bring him to the country. He take a naked picture, post on the social media. Mr. Moderator, call Bokari Mansare and ask him from last year where that thing they be if they don't charge the matter in a court, among many other issues. These guys are devil incarnate, my bro.
Okay, so now I'll ask you the other question around. Before now, I ask you the question, you give 5 reasons, you just give the reasons, and then BW Bokari go work inside them things and they. 5 reasons why SLPP will lose to APC. 5 reasons.
1, because they are dishonest. 2, because they have failed woefully. 3,
failed woefully in what sense?
They have failed woefully because all the areas them where them campaign and promise Sierra Leoneans them, then don't fail in the areas and they. So in that light, they don't fail woefully because if BW Bokari they tell you now, say, you know, for even allow me make a critique and talk about sludge, then even I actually say that they promote freedom of information. Is that not dishonesty?
3 more. 3 more.
Yeah, 3 more. The other area again, we not get justice na Sierra Leone, so they get for fail. And thirdly, economically, number 4, they're able for address the issue economically, they get for fail. And in the area of good governance, where they talk about soon, then campaign on the premise of change. Now they are doing the worst, then it is justify them on the premise of contemporary analysis.
You don't time for bites the bread. So BW, welcome. BW.
Anyway, yeah, me, you freezes what the response of my brother.
Yes,
you don't answer the question.
Yeah,
you don't answer the question again. I don't know what you say. So let me give you 5 reasons, and maybe 3 in fact, why APC get for loss.
No, not to that, not the question.
Which one is the question again?
I'll be ask you for you want to allow Editayo why SLPP go win the election. Now I ask Editayo why SLPP will lose the election. They don't give 5 reasons. Number 1, they say we are dishonest. Number 2, they say the good governance where they talk about another work. Number 3, they say Editayo, what do you say?
Yes.
Editayo, you mic mute. Please reiterate quickly for me. You say then dishonest. You say governance system not the work. The good governance not the work. Editayo, you mute.
Yeah.
Yes. Name that again for me quickly. Good governance.
Number 1, I say they are dishonest. Number 2, they don't fail woefully. You ask me why they fail. I say because all them promises they not fail. Number 3, I say because of there is no human rights. Human rights don't in the country again. Number 4, I say because we don't get justice. I don't show you the other issues of why justice study. And number 5, I say because in the area of good governance where they're not able to forgive Sierra Leoneans, definitely they're going to fail.
BW, now then 5 reasons there, so it say make and we get for lose the election. Please tell me if then a strong reason and therefore lose election.
They are not very strong reasons.
Okay, let's start and the area of justice.
First of all, this government here is honest.
Okay. Why you say they're honest?
honest, transparent, and accountable. Number one, because he said we dishonest. So I'm going. I mean, seriously. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we'll get you. Why you say the government honest and accountable?
The government honest and accountable because you see, we promise for fight corruption and we are fighting the corruption. Even though for fight corruption is not easy in this country. That's one area of honesty.
So let's go into that one quickly. The area of corruption. From where 3 years ago, audit service don't point corruption to the highest office. ACC no able do nothing. That's not a part of corruption.
Well, I don't know if now you just say ACC no been doing nothing.
Yeah, because I asked the question. Or
ask me if ACC able to do nothing. You know, not throw the question so please, because otherwise I would say now you the talker.
Yeah, I the talker because my question where I ask ACC and now waiting and tell me.
So the ACC not able to do anything for the audit report. What's the question? Make a clear
the audit report point finger on the highest office in the country. And till now, ACC not call nobody.
Which highest office?
The president in office.
Oh, the president in office?
Yes.
I think it's really follow press statement. Not all the way ACC kind of really or whatnot. ACC they constantly inform people on, development of issues where the audit report we don't raise.
I talk about one particular issue, BW.
Yes.
So down there we know you're in nothing. ACC not do nothing yet. Now that's exactly what I for.
You say you know you're in nothing yet.
No.
Or if you know you're in nothing yet, it don't mean say nothing, no information will go come out. Because investigation is a process.
Okay, let's tell you exactly. Waiting and know. Wait till ACC tell me. Now that's at the ACC say 3 years ago, they still not able to call anybody yet from the office of the president.
Yeah, because ACC feels say, you know, say ACC gets a mandate.
Yeah.
You understand? I am sure ACC feels say the issues that when they raise yonder, you don't get any, information where you go share with people who correct about the allegation where they make against the president in office.
Okay, so let's go to the other one. You say
anything beyond that, yes.
He said they are very much dishonest. You don't answer that one, right? Let's go to the number 3. He talk about good governance. He say nothing like good governance not in the country.
Yes, good governance. Iboku.
Okay.
One. Yeah, when you say good governance, freedom of expression is part of good governance. Okay. All right?
Yeah.
When you say good governance, access to justice, it may not be 100%. Access to justice, comparatively, things that would not happen in the judiciary, for instance, publicly, relating court sessions, they ever happened before. The number of magistrates they don't train, they don't send them all over the country, resident judges, even the move where the judiciary be made for move around the country for look at prisoners that were inside prison that we're not supposed to do it, for reduce them. All that is part of good governance. Good governance is also part of allowing other institutions to participate. Instances in the way government, His Excellency don't invite CSOs na state house for good discuss issues. Instance day, one key instance na the Bintumani 3. That is all part of governance. When they invite the opposition for good as well, for make their input, even though they're not good. These are all part of good governance.
The last point.
Good governance is also part of job creation, payment of salaries, even though there are difficulties, you don't go to a bank overdraft. This is all part of good governance.
You sure say we're not going to bank overdraft yet?
We're not going to, no, military say we're not going to do it.
Okay. Now we to the last point.
What you tell me perhaps, you go say perhaps there is small late maybe in 1 week, the first week in the next month. Yeah, but they're not all wait for go into that extreme. Also, we'll go put wait for money. Or if it will be another debt for this government. This is all part of good governance. To ensure that freedom of movement is also part of good governance. Yes, a lot of things and they will be part of good.
Okay.
And we don't
the last
to
thing na human rights. Let's touch on the human rights. You say human rights not in the country.
Yeah. Human rights say there are people when they go to cases that court without any interference from this government, they are winning those cases all over the country. That's one area of human rights. And now they also make sure say when we say human rights, the rights not the one side. You right say
BW, if you hear you line don't begin hold you up again, so we know the hear you.
Right.
You go like for repeat again what you say when the line don't steady. So please just hold them there, so we know the hear you at all. You they can't broken.
you right.
BW, you hear me?
So anytime
the line actually don't hold them there. So you still watch Coolres on We Are on YouTube and on Facebook. BW, you hear me now?
no
Okay. Why is it still a wait for we voice for each arm? Let we just see the program na Coolres on We Are on YouTube and on Facebook. You already watch guys, and not forget for like and share the program. We get BW Bokari, we na SLPP member, we same way so they try for go for symbol for the SLPP na Kailan district, and editor George Temple, we na the investigative journalist. BW, do you hear me now? You hear me?
Yeah, but the other one, that summary they can't broken. The summary will be the can't broken.
Yes,
okay, I don't get this now.
Line be the broke, I make I be just the try for summarize I be just to talk about the program where people they listen. But all of you points you make,
Alright,
you know you at all, especially the last one. Now this now human rights stroke, human rights abuse.
Hello?
You get me now?
Yeah, the line is still can't broken, you know. You say human rights waiting?
This what they say the 5 points now, human rights stroke, human rights abuse.
Well, I know first of all if the one the world don't respond to whether it be clear, whether
Yeah,
people
they
be
be
listen to
clear.
them
The
or
last
what.
one we're not being clear now. Yeah, they ask you back to.
Yeah, okay, the human right, no so?
Yes, human rights stroke, human rights abuse.
Yeah, so what do you say now? Whether the human right abuses the past the human right itself or what? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about 5 points when making another win. He say the human rights are problem because a lot of human rights abuses today.
When I had the talk, I said fine. Under this system, people in the world don't enjoy the human rights. But at the same time, with the human rights, it not just involve one person. No. It involve me own right, your own right, and the next man in your right.
Yes, correct.
You understand? You don't create a situation where you can hit on the person in your right, where the government law catch you using a human right violation. That is not the interpretation. Everybody has a right. And if you want to go towards the person in your right, you don't go beyond your limit. You go towards the person in your right, where you will take on it, you don't go fine. And these allegations about sightings here and there, policemen, this is it. Yes, we know certain situations they will arise, excess on the part of the police can be. And this government know they ever control that one day. We have had instances where they don't expel or they don't demote or they don't pull policemen in because, or even military men because they don't behave beyond what they do. When they infringe on the human rights of other people, government don't deal with them. You understand?
Yeah.
So, on the human rights, definitely this government has done so much. Even though it continues, because it continues to government for say, per se, and it will say, go to the one day or go to the one day. For instance, not the government will go provide course for person for go smoke and sit on the street. Not the government go give gun to this man for go thief, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. But all the blame equally come from it. And government will go shy away from that way. But for saying that government, they say, sure, they go do that one day. No. For instance, there are situations also where policemen them, even military man them, and they lost their life them. You see, but when they grab there's a human rights, they don't violate. You know, but when they kill policeman, not a human right. When they kill soldier man, not a human right. So we believe say this government it don't make the opportunity for let everybody enjoy a human right. Otherwise, that chaos for long in this country for long time.
Thank you very much. So now we conclude. And if you for left message, waiting to be the message where you will left. But before we go to that message, you the contest for going to parliament, right? Why you want going to parliament this time around? This now just 2 minutes for let you people and benefit.
Yeah. I want to skew my representation to my people. You remember I have been representing the government all the time. I have been representing the party per se. But this time around, my people are saying, come down now and represent us. Even though you will also represent the party and the government of the day, of course we are going to win. Because Mamiko's business on the power, we got for win. We don't arrange ourselves, you know, we're not in a court, we got for win. So come down now and represent us as well.
What do you mean Mamiko's business not the power now?
No, we know them. What I'm saying, and if you will ask me the reason why I feel say APC go lost election, and that one the Mamiko's.
Okay. So, una no request at all.
You know, because the topic go to that issue, really.
Yeah,
so now that I don't just tell you.
Governance,
Even at 650, the brunt, the people that really feel most of the brunt are people that are like Kubola, Kailan, but I assure you say Kailan. Even if the rest are 700, this second time, the people are going to vote murder because they say not to murder say.
So not because of economic hardship make them the votes, but not because of them party.
Because the people there are highly informed now. The economic hardship when they talk about delegate today, I should have even asked Editor Temple if you get a garden. Like a me so I get a garden, I get farm.
Okay, so just talk about why people for vote for you now. You as BW.
Fine, because the voting at 3 levels. They are the constituency, the region, and the national. The overall, I have been a spokesperson for this party for a very long time. You guys can testify that. I have never been a chameleon journalist. I've been a journalist purely for the SLPP. So I have defended doing opposition and other. That's one. 2, I have always come down to my people to share with them whatever bitterness, whatever goodies I have. As an individual, I have always come down to my people. And the people that don't see me say, me and Pastor Igwe, they advocate. For instance, that we constituency, there was this return of the Bonobo Teachers College, where we don't be part of Eastern Technical University. As I'm talking to you now, today, Tuesday, by midday or beyond midday, the contract will be signed because His Excellency, if you don't come visit Bonobo, you don't answer the people and say, this day today, the contract will be signed. Of course, in a talk and do. And then the college will be reconstructed. So that advocacy what I do, the people are saying I should come down and add more to that advocacy. I can expect to us.
Thank you very much, and I wish you well. Well, I don't know what for talk, but I wish that you win so that we will continue for the engage you as member of parliament, Honorable BW Bokari in advance.
In Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you. Now get editor your last bite. What will be your last bite in the program?
My last bite. I hope you get me right.
Yeah.
My last bite is, first of all, I want to seize the opportunity for wish BW Bokari success all the way. I hope they will get the symbol and he go win and emerge as a member of parliament under the SLPP. And secondly, I go only admonish him for make it be true to him conscience. So he not go be a bad member of parliament because dishonesty not go help him at all because they can say what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul, right? You need to be true to your conscience. If BW Bokari the talk and I also say under SLPP the issue of human rights then prioritize them, then I go ask BW Bokari waiting now the status update of the matter between Don Paul in family and that of Dr. Prince Adin, where they allege say now in order in insecurity for shoot Don Paul and kill him. Now I'm looking into the human rights issue within the SLPP. I'm not going out here. Secondly, we get the issue of Rati, where them beating woman and chukam in the Rati self, them broke head because I broke that and chop Rati head. He alleged say Bravo and others they behind that. Make it tell me if they don't arrest anybody and waiting at the status update of Bravo and Rati their matter. Thirdly, the issue of dishonesty, just like I was saying, is so topical in the SLPP the agenda for continue for misinform the people them just for their own selfish aggrandizement. BW they tell you say if even the bag of rice goes 700,000, the people of Kailan will vote for E and SLPP. Could you imagine? Then they suffer the people them, suffer them in silence, take advantage of tribal or regional confraternity on the premise of nepotism. BW Bokari, tell me now, all the statements them way Austin Johnny don't make. Come on, are they not tantamount to incitement and what have you? And that of Briwa, MYK Briwa, we now they don't get director of communication now state house, so then compensate them for being somebody where they advocate brutally, right, with insightful messages now the social media platform, specifically Facebook. So if BW Bokari go succeed for going to parliament, I'm sure he just they go join the Bashiru Siliki and others for continue for misinform the people of Salone for their own selfish aggrandizement. All what he go say, posterity, nemesis, and the wrath of God will really catch up with we all. Including myself, if I'm not sincere or genuine with my conscience and what I do. So being a people just like I was say, I wish I'm well. But if they exhibit dishonesty in a so within the SLPP, a lot of things will happen there where they say there is no justice for themselves where they inside there, including that young man where they work at the Salone International Airport, we're saying a member of the SLPP and in a Mendy man, but because of it acts for terminal benefit, as I'm talking to you, it is language now the CID prison day. So in my estimation, SLPP is just too good for nothing. However, I hope that Sierra Leoneans then go be conscious this time around and vote their conscience, because if SLPP be the campaign on the premise of change, now they don't put we inside hell. From 6,000 of fuel to 20 almost thousand, from 200,000 of a bag of rice within 4 years. 400 and more thousand add inside it. Is that not an act of incompetence and lack of financial prudence? But if they say they don't do well, I left them to themselves and conscience and God. Because what you make for those like I was say, trust me, there is no repentance beyond the grave, and the wrath of God will catch up with we all. So for now, we talk now for the talk of talk sake, but we got with conscience that we will serve. Yes, and with conscience go judge we when the time is right. So what am I trying to say? SLPP has failed woefully, and there is nothing to write home about. Even President Biosef, I'm happy. He confessed say don't fail, because they ask him, say, is it not because of the economic hardship? Make things happen at the country, so people in the common and streets and waiting. What you go do for salvage this issue? President Biosef say, with the rate of things going up in Sierra Leone, he can't protect the people of Sierra Leone. And he also don't talk and say, he not able for put prices of basic commodities down, elect them cutting throat. Then now, BW the time for tell me say they don't succeed. You guys are so dishonest. But just like I was saying, we are devil incarnate, my bro.
Very much. BW, I mean, don't ask you for your last football. Starting what thing come out. Wait, I'll just give 1 minute for respond quickly before we end up. 1 minute, just 1 minute.
What you do for me really? It's so cool that the man don't bring in. We
don't end alone, but because of our be fair, I'll give 1 minute.
Yeah, the point is, I don't already meet off. I just decided for come on again. Yeah, you don't talk a lot, you know. So I don't really know, but it's like we human.
You never get a chance for close your program. You don't close that, but don't do 1 minute.
All the issue about the internal wranglings of the party where they talk about are all allegations. Basing that one on human rights and all the rest. You know, they don't pull, you see an allegation. Naturally, we don't proceed acting the way they talk correct about the internal operations of the party. As far as we know, we are peaceful, we are moving along, we know such problems can do one check, but we can always resolve them. You see, I don't want people to say several instances where stabby don't take place. You know, even like in Kono, lower election, they go nearly cut somebody's hand. Which justice way the BC don't bring down the internal business no more. You know, they go other side and they won't go people them. No election no more. You see, so we are saying definitely the issue about hey, my brother, you know, lower elections.
Yeah.
The videos are all over the place. Anytime knows about that.
Okay, well, I'll go let you see them anyway.
Fine. Lower election where they say Sam Sumana and other groups, you know, my brother, they cut somebody in hand. He bring that show in the show. He say now for the person he say, but you know that they own internal. Me not go for talk. What me to say?
No, internal business and our own business.
I don't know, but there are more international that are so grave that way APC could try for address, not the neighbor address, but they are looking at ours. And I can always say I might be am I correct or not? The way we man the sound is just like all what in the APC they talk. Now he talk. He's not talking for the people. He's talking for APC.
No, but
So if you are asking
and that's known as Salon people,
if
not
you
to just
explain, let me come now. If you explain that this
quickly, get
government,
30 seconds.
the current government to go, which other government will you like now? And that's what tell me. Because you know, just let this government here go. You dey pray that let government here go. You don't get an alternative. Let's show we the alternative who come. If you're an NGC for Kala, tell we. If you're an APC for Kala, tell we. Allow the people to choose the government where they want to make it serve.
Thank you.
The issue about the issue about the pensions. Everybody knows say the situation within this country, in not this country alone, like a global with control. So you cannot blame Madabi for that call.
Thank you very much, BW Bokai. Alright, thank you, BW Bokai, and thank you, editor Judge Temple, for joining me inside the program. I think this na Colores and it been hot this morning. I don't know if the casserole leaf way BW provide for you this morning if he roast anyone of them. But anyway, until we sign, before we go, we all fine until we all okay, comfortable, right? Editor, we all comfortable, right? We go now in peace. We don't satisfy your conscience.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. For me, comfortable,
Okay.
but I go only one for rest me submission and rest the case on the fact that if the actual people they're not true to themselves, we see outside they go organize the women's congress election, outside them cheat on Fatma Sawane in a broad daylight robbery.
I know I don't open up this question again. We don't actually come on. We don't ask between one or two because if we start on, I will not wait for end. Between all two, we all okay, right? In terms of
I want to end for say if BW Bokari they misinform the world, say then they upheld internal democracy, but we all see how they cheat Fatima Sawane in women's congress election, then BW Bokari they misinform the world now. Me just to bring the issues them, I know the people that know them, then I left for now. So if you want, I give them more time again. But always see me go.
BW, we okay now. We fine with everything, right? We can go now in peace, right? BW did it. All right. So I want to use this opportunity to tell you all to thank you for joining me inside the program today. Editor and BW Bokai. I appreciate your time with me inside the program this morning. Thank you very much, guys, and get to yourself a good day.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's not the editor, Judge Temple, and BW Bokai will join me inside the program today, where we discuss a lot of things that will come up. I appreciate you now. We like, comment, and share. You view. We appreciate you now all. Until then, don't forget for joining me Annette inside the program we call Weird on YouTube and on Facebook 9 p.m. Salon time. Until then, we love you so much.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, I just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colores, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, Before I go to the wahala na we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my cold rest.
Yes, cold rest. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them